Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome to the playoffs here in Season 2, the first ever appearance here in the New Orleans Kings franchise as we kick it off versus the New York Yankees, who won 96 games this season and won the AL East as we took the AL West, beating the Oakland Athletics towards the end of the season. Now, in Game 1, we will see a matchup with Alex Wood, who was our ace. He did surprise some guys this year around the league. 108 whip, he was phenomenal. But so was Gerrit Cole, the New York Yankees ace. And to be quite honest, he didn't even have the best season for the Yankees. The next guy in Game 2, who we'll see next episode, he won the MVP. I'm not going to spoil it. Now, looking at the lineup that the Yankees come into this game with, you can just see, they're loaded. Just straight loaded on offense. This is going to be a tough matchup for us. But if we can score runs more than they can, obviously we will win. But that's probably what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to put up runs because we know we cannot beat them with pitching alone. So this is going to be a tough series. So let's hop into Game 1. Here is Gerrit Cole on the mound facing David Bote, who led our team in average in the regular season. He strikes out, making it 2 outs in the first. Up comes Yasiel Puig, who watches a low fastball. That one was borderline, but he does get the call as we move on to the bottom of the first inning. Here is Alex Wood on the mound. He is facing Jose Iglesias, who leads it off for the Yankees, and he starts it out with a walk. So up comes Wilmer Flores, who hits one hard up the middle. That one does sneak through, and it is a single here. So now guys on first and second with no outs. And here comes Urshela up to the plate. He hit over 300 in the regular season. He hits one up the middle. That one sneaks past Marcus Semien. And we come up throwing to the cutoff man, and he wasn't even lined up with home plate. And it's going to be a run scored here with the first 3 batters of the game for the Yankees. They jump out to a 1-0 lead. So that brings up big Aaron Judge, who hits one hard up the middle, but it's fielded by Semien. A perfect double play. And at least we get 2 outs in the inning, as that brings up the big man, Giancarlo Stanton, to the plate. And with 2 outs, he will swing and miss. So Alex Wood had 3 runners on with no outs, and he does get out of that inning with 1 run of damage. So I guess that's good company there that he's with. So now we move on to the top of the second inning. And looks like our offense has started out pretty slow. Here is Semien at the plate. He's going to swing at one low, and that's a slider. Gerrit Cole has a good slider. You got to watch out for that, as they do get through 2 innings. No hits for the Kings yet. But now we move on to the second inning. Here is the next batter up. It is going to be a shot to right field, and that is going to be gone. Gleyber Torres extends this lead to 2 runs here, as up comes Luke Voit, and he comes up next and swings that one in the dirt, and Alex Wood does settle down just a little bit. But 2-0 here with 2 outs, and let's see if we can get out of this inning with only 1 run in this second as well. Aaron Hicks drives one to left, and it's run down by Raimel Tapia. But Gleyber Torres extends this lead to 2 runs. We move on to the third inning. Here is Scooter Gennett up for his first at-bat, and he is going to get hit by a pitch. So now we have a man on first base here with no outs in this inning. Here comes Corey Lee up, the promising young catcher behind the plate, and he does watch one. He almost went around on that check swing. So now guys on first and second after that walk. Billy Hamilton up to the plate. He's watching as well. So now bases loaded, no outs in this inning. That brings up Raimel Tapia as the lineup rolls over, and let's see if we can produce some runs. Here's an outside knuckle curve, and Raimel Tapia is going to swing and miss at that one. That's Gerrit Cole's 5th strikeout. That brings up David Bote, who hits a perfect ground ball, and they will get out of this inning. No runs given up. Gerrit Cole gets out of that jam. How does he do it? As we move on to the top of the 4th inning, here is Yasiel Puig starting it out with the hit up the middle, and that's a good way to start this one. Hopefully with a leadoff man on, we will score this inning, as that brings up the next batter, Jesus Aguilar, to the plate. He is 0 for 1 in this game, but hit close to 300 on the season. He drives one deep, and that one is going to be crushed into left field. It's into the bullpen. It's a home run. 2-2 off of the bat of Jesus Aguilar, the signing in the offseason. He is signed for one more year after this year, but take a look. Garrett Cole just makes a simple mistake. Don't leave one over the middle for a power guy like that, and it's 2-2. So that brings up Jake Cave in the fourth. Still no outs in this inning. And take a look. He walks another batter. So we got a guy on first base. We already have one run in this inning. That brings up Marcus Semien. He is swinging and missing on the outside slider. That is a foolish slider. It will get you to hack on some pitches that are outside of the zone. And that brings up Scooter Gennett, who's going to foul out there. And it's going to be run down. So now 2 outs in the inning. Corey Lee up to the plate. He does get a hit to the right side, and he does extend this inning as Aaron Judge fields it, comes up throwing. And now guys on first and second here, 2 outs here in the fourth inning, tie game. Billy Hamilton, let's see what he does. He does swing at a pitch on the inside part, and that was just a terrible swing way outside the zone. As now we move on to the bottom of the fourth inning. Here is Giancarlo Stanton hitting in the 5-hole for the Yankees. He drives one deep. That's 3 home runs in the first 4 innings for the Yankees, and they will jump out to a 3-2 lead. 2 solo shots in this game for the Yankees, and now that brings up Gary Sanchez hitting the 7th hole. He hits one deep as well with 1 out, and that one isn't coming back. And that's 3 solo shots in this game. Wow. Gary Sanchez, he goes deep 435 feet. And now it's a 4-2 game. That brings up the next batter here with 2 outs. And David Bodie comes up, jump throwing to first. And we will get out of this inning. It's still a 2-4 game. We are not out of this game. But it doesn't look good, as our man on the mound, Alex Wood, has given up 3 home runs. And now we're on to the 6th inning. And there he gives up a leadoff single. So now with a man on first base here with Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. And he does get a hit to the right side, and it was a ground ball, but just out of the reach of Scooter. And now guys on first and second. Do we leave Wood in? No, we're going to go to the bullpen. We bring in Rowan Wick, who we traded for from the Cubs. He had a 122 whip, 69 strikeouts, 20 walks in the regular season. He did pretty good. So now that brings up Gleyber Torres here with no outs still, who goes the opposite field. And that one does get past Yasiel Puig and gets to the wall. It bounces off the wall, and Puig comes up throwing. And the man on third does hold. That's Stanton. And now 5-2 here for the Yankees here in game 1. That brings up Gary Sanchez, who is going to swing and miss. That's a 99-mile-per-hour fastball up in the zone. And now we have 1 out, and we decide to load up the bases to give us a force out at any base and possibly a double play situation. So that brings up Aaron Hicks in the 9-hole. He's just looking. That's strike 3, the second strikeout of the inning. As that brings up Jose Iglesias as this lineup rolls over, and it's going to be a fly ball. Billy Hamilton is on that one. And at least we get out of that inning with only 1 run given up as we move on to the top of the 8th inning. If we need to make our move, we have to make it now. Here is David Bodie at the play, our best hitter in the regular season. He's walking as now the middle of our lineup comes up, but it looks like the manager is going to the bullpen, and they will pull their starter, and in comes Chad Green, who, look at him, 107 whip in the regular season. He is as good as it gets out of the pen. So that brings up Yasiel Puig, who gets one right over the middle, and he smokes it right back up the middle. It's a base hit. So guys on first and second here in the top of the 8th inning, down by 3 runs. And that brings up Aguilar, who has a chance to tie it up with one swing of the bat. He gets one to the left inside part of the plate, and he pops it up, and it will drop in center. So now bases loaded, no outs. The exact same scenario we had earlier where we just decided to not get any runs, and now Jake Cave comes to the plate. Our acquisition at the trade deadline. He hits one to the left side, and it's deep to left field, and the left fielder is tracking back, and it's at the warning track. It's caught, but we will tag the runner from third, and the runner from second, Yasiel Puig, will advance from second. And now, guys on the corners here, we do get the sacrifice fly, and now in a 3-5 game, we decide to pinch run Aguilar at first base. We bring in Jack Rochford, who has a little bit more speed than Aguilar, 70s to be exact. I'd say that's a lot more. So that brings up Marcus Semien. Time to earn your money, big fella. He gets a pitch low in the zone. He hits one hard up the middle. That one gets to center. It scores 1 run. Rochford moves to third, and now it's a 5-4 game here in the 8th inning. And that's a clutch hit that time by Semien. And that brings up maybe the most clutch player on our team, Scooter Gennett. He is in the upper 80s when it comes to his clutch rating. He gets a pitch low and drives it deep to center field. And it looks like it is going to be run down by Hicks, but it's deep enough to score a run. That's a tie ball game. 3 runs here in the 8th inning. It's 5-5. Let's go. Now we have ourselves a game. So the Yankees go to the bullpen. They decide to pull their man Chad Green after a few batters, and that brings in Genesis Cabrera, the left-hander, out of the pen as our young catcher, maybe our future star of this team. Corey Lee to the plate, and on a 2-2 count, he drives one deep to left field, and it's going to sneak over the wall and left. What an 8th inning. That's a 5-run comeback, and there we go. We take the 7-5 lead here, and wow, what a hit off of the bat of the young, promising player, the Rookie of the Year runner-up in the AL. Just take another look. He drives it, and that's as clutch as you can get. And here we go, 7-5 lead here on the road here in Game 1. That brings up Billy Hamilton, and he's like, I'm not ending this inning on my watch. He gets a hit to left, and now the lineup goes right back to the top. Raimel Tapia at the plate with 2 outs, 3-1 count. He hits just a ground ball. It's going to be an out. But wow, what a comeback here in the 8th as we do score quite a few runs in that one. And now it's all about protecting this lead. We do bring in Zach Cozart at first base because we had Jack Rochford in for Jesus Aguilar. And we continue here in the 8th inning. Rowan Wick still on the mound, facing Gary Sanchez here with 1 out. He gets him looking. That's a low curveball. We saw them strike us out on some low pitches earlier. We're starting to attack the lower part of the zone. That brings up Voit, who hits a hard line to the left, and is going to be run down. And now we move into the 9th inning with a 2-run lead. That brings up Zach Cozart here in the top of the 9th. Let's see if he can get on, but it's going to be a liner. And now the bottom of the 9th. We have an opportunity to win Game 1 and steal it here on the road, as Rowan Wick was a little bit tired, so we will pull him and bring in Nate Jones, who is 3rd in the AL in saves. He was an all-star this year, 34 years old. Let's see if he can get us out of here with the win. The first batter, Aaron Hicks. He hits one hard up the middle. That's Semien. Fields it cleanly. Throw to first. That's 1 out. Now the lineup rolls over. Jose Iglesias, 1 for 3 in this game. Ground ball to Scooter. That's 2 outs. Field it cleanly. And now we're 1 out away from a Game 1 win here on the road. Wilmer Flores up to the plate. But this one is going to be driven deep to left field. And that is gone. Nate Jones, you have one job to close out this game. And he gives up a deep fly. And that's Flores. And now we have a problem, because now they have the meat of their lineup up after Flores, as that brings up Ursula. And just looking at him, he has been 2 for 4. He's 2 for 4 in this game, and he's in the 3-hole. You know he can hit the ball well. He hit about 330 on the season. And on a 2-2 count, he gets one over the heart of the plate, and it's a ground ball to Semien, but Semien just does not have the arm to get it over to first, as that was a ground ball in the hole. They rule it a base hit. But that brings up big Aaron Judge. What is he, 6'8", 2 for 4 in this game. And with a man on first base, let's see if Nate Jones can get out of it. Here's a pitch on the outside part of the plate. Driven deep to right field. It is not coming back. What a way to lose Game 1. Aaron Judge goes deep. And that one is going to be a loss here for your Kings. And the Yankees take the 1-0 lead here in the ALDS. If this was a snapshot of what this series is going to be like, it's going to be a good one. It ended in heartbreak for the Kings, but we were in it the entire way. We came back in the 8th. We showed some heart, but we ended up losing there with a walk-off. And wow, what a game. 11 hits to their 14. Gleyber Torres for them hit a home run. Judge, Flores, Stanton, and Gary Sanchez all hit home runs. Jesus Aguilar hit one for us. Scooter was clutch. A lot of players were clutch for us. David Bodie went 1 for 4. Puig went 2 for 5. If we can get this production every single game, I think we have a shot here in this series. This ended in heartbreak. I am a little bit upset about it. It was a close game. I was on the edge of my seat, but Judge came through when it mattered the most. So next episode, we will face the MVP of the AL, Luis Severino, after a 20-win season. Game 2, if it's any more exciting than Game 1, it's going to be fun. So hit subscribe, hit that like button, stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
I be trying to do me, but they be trying to copy though. Only problem with that is they not me though. People act cool, but really they be shiesty though. They say they got your back, but they ain't even behind me though. I be low key, but police be trying to find me.